Hattie, never try to arrange a gala. It's torture.
This place is bedlam. Nothing but singers and dancers.
By the way, have you seen Franzel?
I've got to fetch Grete.
Oh, yes, of course, I've forgotten. I can still hardly believe it. Our little Grete, coming home today. Tell me, Hattie, tell me. Can she really dance? Well, it's the new waltz, you see. They'll expect it. Can she do it?
Of course she can. She's danced before the King and Queen of England. And what's good enough for them? They picked her out, too.
Our little Grete. Our little Grete. And all of that in 3 years?
And what's happened in 3 years?
A great deal has happened. My music being played and sung all over the world. And to think it all started that morning in the garden. Maria. Those great eyes looking at me. That lark's voice at 6 in the morning. It's all her, this, you know.
Why don't you two get married?
What?
You heard what I said. You haven't asked her, have you? Why ever not? She'd like it.
Hattie, I've never told this to anyone before because I'm superstitious. I made a vow.
Vow? Who to?
To a child. To stop her heart from breaking. The heart of a child is a brittle thing. Hello, what have you been?
Out on the lake, studying. Hattie, bring me some delicious iced tea, please.
Not until you've cooled down a bit. Don't get a stroke, do you? I'll bring it in 10 minutes.
Have you been asleep?
No, I'm trying to do some work.
You're happy today, aren't you? Your little Grete's coming home. You've been good to that child. How old is she now? 15, 16?
No, she's older than that now.
We must look around for a nice young husband for her.
A husband for Grete? Oh, I don't think that's a good idea.
Why not?
I just don't think it's a very good idea.
Well, I do. After all, there must be some young sprigs of nobility growing up. Oh, I forgot. I don't meet the nobility. I'm not allowed to. They consider my position a little dubious, which of course it is. I can sing to them at charity, and they applaud heartily, but when you are invited to tea, I'm not. It's curious, isn't it?
Do you want to go to tea?
No.
What are you making such a fuss about?
Well, can you imagine me sitting there bolt upright and eating horrid little cakes and wishing I were dead? And to think I might have been one of them, me.
Yes. Princess, you.
Yes. Princess. Me.
By the way, do you ever hear from him?
Him? Who?
Charles, met him.
Funnily enough, I heard from him this morning. He's at Valse now. He might be coming over.
Oh, my tea? Oh, that's very interesting. Yes. Yes, he might be coming over when I invite him.
When I invite him. I do believe you're jealous.
Yes, of course I'm jealous.
I worship you. I adore you. Jealous still?
Yes. And I will still be jealous. And we're very, very old. With thousands of grandchildren crawling all over us.
That's far too old.
All right, then. Not grand, just children.
Aren't you anticipating, rather?
What?
Children?
Well, not real ones, just imaginary ones.
You have the most charming way of saying the most hurtful things.
Hurtful? I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Sam, I'm sorry.
All right. And now shall we do some work? I don't know the last page of that gavotte. Have you got it there?
No. But I have something else I'd like you to try.
What is it?
Oh, it's just something I read last night.
A new waltz?
No. No, it's not a waltz. It's, yes. It's a simple little tune. See if you like it.
It's dedicated to me.
They're all dedicated to you. This one is especially dedicated to you.
Oh, Rudi, your writing is terrible. I can't read it. You read it for me. I don't want to spoil it.
dearest dear. If I could say to you in words as clear as when I play to you, you'd understand how slight a shadow that is holding us apart. So take my hand. I'll lead the way for you. A little waiting, and you'll reach my heart.
Play it for me. I'll try not to question again. There is something I don't understand. Perhaps we're not meant to. I'm content with being just as we are. Are you content?
Content? Don't you realize by now you're the other half of me?
Hello.
Oh, we were just,
practicing?
Yes.
I know I shouldn't have come in this way at all.
Actually, it isn't the front entrance.
Rudi.
Greta? It's darling Greta. Maria. It's little Greta.
Not so little.
You're Maria Ziegler, aren't you? I remember you.
And you're the little girl who crawled from under the piano.
Well, I can't think what to say. I'm so ashamed I didn't recognize you.
No, you didn't.
What's happened? You've grown quite lovely. She's lovely, isn't she, Maria?
Yes.
I expect it's the clothes. I'm still the same.
Oh, Rudi, how thoughtless we are. After that long journey, you must be longing for a bath.
Oh, thank you, no. I can't wait to see Hattie.
Yes, of course, Hattie. Hattie. Oh, yeah, Hattie. Tiffany. Hattie! Hattie! Who do you think's arrived?
She's been divine to me. She's written to me every week.
I hope Rudi has too.
Oh, yes, but not all the time. How could he?
I can't tell you how excited he's been about your coming. He's talked of nothing else.
Where is she?
There.
There she is! Oh, let's have a look at you. Oh, my, what a big girl you've got. Isn't she lovely?
Hattie, take her upstairs to her room. She must be exhausted.
Oh, no, not in that poky room. I want to see her here, in the sunlight. Oh, did you have a good journey? Do any men try to bother you? Oh. Well, you know what men are like on railway carriages. Oh, darling.
I'll see how things are put in her room.
Thank you, Maria. We've been so excited about your coming.
Oh, Rudi, don't forget the rehearsal.
No, I won't. Grete.
Rudi.
Oh.
I can't see to the rest of her luggage.
I was trying to think why it was that I didn't recognize you. And now I know. It's the hair. It goes up instead of down.
Oh, Rudi, thank you for sending Franzel to meet me.
He's my best friend.
I recognized him from all those years ago.
I'd have come myself, but...
I know the gala.
Oh, I've written a new waltz, which you are going to dance.
Is it a lovely tune?
Oh, I think so. But then again, I would, wouldn't I?
I can't wait to hear it.
There
So
you are.
shout us as soon
Where
as
did
it's
you
in your
get
mouth.
to? We got out of the car. I went down to get the baggage out and found myself left.
Yes, I wanted to get in quickly.
Yes, everything's gone wrong today. You see, I started the day badly. I saw Hattie through glass.
Oh, most amusing. Come along, dear, up to your room. Change out of those dusty clothes.
All right.
Now, don't you stay up there too long. Just because we've arrived, I'm not going to be ignored. How long?
10 minutes?
No, much too long.
20 minutes.
Eternity.
All right, then, 5.
You shouldn't do these things to me, you know? I got to meet some schoolgirl from England, and out of the train pops that.
Yes. Oh, she's lovely, isn't she?
Oh, yes.
Tell me, Franzel, did she talk about me in the car?
It's never stopped. Do you think Rudi would? Did you know that Rudi had? Have you heard that Rudi will?
Yes, she was always like that. Oh, Franzel. Have you ever seen a completely happy man because you're looking at one right now?
But you haven't fallen in love with her too, have you?
In love with... Oh, no. I love my little Grete, always have. Always will. But how can I be in love twice?
Oh, thank goodness for that. Do you notice the way she moves? I bet she dances divinely.
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt this rhapsody, but Greta's having trouble with her trunk. It's stuck.
It's stuck.
It's stuck.
I'll fix it. I'll open it. I am marvelous with trunks. Which is her room?
Third on the left.
Thanks. Rudi, you won't be wanting me for a minute, will you?
I don't think I should be wanting you ever again.
Good, because that trunk may take a long time to fix. Oh, Maria, have you ever been in love?
Am I right in thinking that there's romance in the air?
Romance? That's your kids. Oh, don't be so silly.
Well, I don't think there's anything very silly about it. After all, how old is Franzel?
24, 25?
Well, then that's perfect. And Franzel will be quite rich. It'll be ideal.
Why are you so anxious to dispose of her so soon?
Well, I'm not, but I don't want her position to be dubious, too. After all, what is she to you, your ward?
No, not exactly, but I feel responsible for her. Since her aunt died, she has no one else.
Well, that won't be for long. She's lovely. It'll be ideal. A nice young marriage, that's what we want. Or perhaps you were thinking of planning a career for her.
I might do worse.
I'm told she dances charmingly. Or why did you write an operetta where the heroine doesn't sing a note? I'm told this happens often in England.
Or perhaps she sings charmingly, too.
Well, she doesn't.
How do you know?
First thing I asked. Well, why are you laughing?
I'm laughing at you. With everything in the world, and yet so very, very unsure of yourself.
Yes, I'm unsure. And who's made me unsure? I don't like things and people that were in your life before me. They make me feel shut out. And when I feel shut out, I do unaccountable things.
Well, don't do them here because I'm being driven nearly mad by this gala.
Still?
Yes, still.
What? With a new and ravishing prima donna to add to your illustrious list of guests. Why did you let her sing my part, or perhaps even dance it? The whole thing's impossible. Everything's impossible.
I can't stand this. I'm going.
And what about the rehearsal?
Oh, damn the rehearsal! Damn everything!
Otto? Otto!
Yes, Fräulein.
Otto. I want you to catch the first boat to Waldsee. And deliver this, personally, to Prince Charles Metterling.
Yes, Frau Ron.
If you hurry, you'll just catch the next boat. Go on, hurry!
Maria?
Don't speak to me.
Maria, I'm sorry.
That's quite all right.
That's quite all right. Come on, Maria. Don't speak to me with icicles in your voice.
Well, I'm not, but I'm all on edge.
Of course you are. My whole house is on edge. It's this garment. But we mustn't let it affect us.
No,
No.
we mustn't. Oh, my God. Otto. Otto? Otto, come back! It's too late. It's gone.
Where's he gone?
To Patersau. I thought I wanted something, but I really don't need it now.
What was it you thought you needed?
Writing paper.
Writing paper. We've plenty of writing paper.
Yes. With plenty. Rudi, don't you think it would be nice if we invited Charles over?
Charles? Oh, Charles Metterling. Yes, he's at Waltz now, isn't he? Do you want to ask him over?
No, not really, but... Well, I thought it might be sort of polite.
Yes. It might be sort of polite. Why don't you ask him?
You don't mind?
No.
Oh, well, then I'll send him a note now. Now, isn't that silly? If I'd only known, I could have sent Otto with it.
What time are you expecting him?
No.
Did you manage the trunk?
With one flick of the wrist.
I adore my room. And the moon blossoms. Hattie's remembered how much I like them.
Franzel, these two haven't seen each other for 3 years. They have a lot to talk about.
Oh, yes, of course.
Take me out on the lake.
If I do, I shall make love to you. I'm in the mood.
Oh, well, as long as someone does. Rudi, what are you rehearsing first? Rudi?
Oh, oh, yes. Yes, there are Tyrolean dancers arriving at any moment.
Then we shall hear the music all across the lake. Franzel, can you row fast?
Incredibly, my muscles are stupendous.
Now, I can have a good look at you.
Will I do?
Admirably. I don't know why I still expected bare feet and pigtails.
Then you should have kept me with you.
Weren't you happy at school?
Reasonably. Not at first. My shoes pinched me. The girls did too.
Oh, little beasts.
Oh, I pinched them back, only harder, so they stopped. I had my calendar, of course. I used to tear off the days one by one, but it was too slow. So I saved up and tore off a whole month. Then it got quicker. Oh, Rudi, I was so happy to know you'd bought this place. I felt I really had a home I could come back to. Well, do you like being famous?
Yes, I like it.
I saw Lorelei at Daly's Theatre 5 times and Princess in Paris 3 times.
Oh, what about the best of them all, Love Song?
No, I read what that was about. It's too sad, a bit soppy. I think love's soppy, don't you?
Oh, you do? No affairs of the heart?
Of the heart? No. Slight holding hands at end-of-term dances, but nothing to do with the heart. My heart was somewhere quite different.
Grete. You remember the last morning I was here? Before I went to Vienna? You made me promise you something.
Remember? Of course I do.
Well, I want you to know that all this time, I've taken my promise to you quite seriously.
You have?
Yes.
Come along, you two! The rehearsal started!
Yes. So I was forgetting everything. Come on. Come and have a look.
Yes, thank you. Oh, it's the heat of the room, all those candles. Do go back in. I'm really quite all right.
Come and sit down and talk to me. I haven't had a minute with you.
Do you want a minute with me?
I want hours. After all, there was no need to cut me right out of your life. It's been a success, hasn't it?
Oh, yes, of course. We're artists, and we love each other. I'm vile to him sometimes, particularly lately. Charles, I don't like other interests in his life. This little Grete, she's a sweet child and she has character, but...
Yes, she's a sweet child and she has character. In fact, you're good, ordinary, plain jealous.
Yes, I am. I admit it. It's absurd, isn't it? Charles, why doesn't he ask me to marry him? He never has, you know. Well, what are you smiling at?
Oh, it's just that it's such a funny situation. Here am I, longing to ask you the one thing he won't.
Is it because he's not sure of himself? Or is he too sure of me? Or have I been fooling myself all these years?
Have you ever spoken to him about it?
Yes, but he avoids the subject.
Suppose you suddenly found you had to get married.
You mean if I were going to have a child?
Yes. And you are, Maria, aren't you?
Yes. But why should having a child make any difference? In fact, it completes the perfect bohemian picture. Oh, Charles, I'm so unhappy.
Maria, you must tell him.
No. Oh, I'm sorry to have blurted it all out like this to you of all people.
Why me, of all people? Why shouldn't I be the one person you should tell? After all, I've shared your happiness and I'd share it again.
Even now?
Even now. Tonight.
Oh, don't say it, Charles. I might take you seriously. I don't want people to see me with my face like this. I'll walk you to the landing stage.
Yes. But you'll send me a message. I can't bear to see you unhappy. You'll let me know. Either way.
Either way. It's nice to know you're wanted. For certain.
I can find it for you.
You don't know which one it is.
Well, you said it's called Primrose.
Well, it's all mixed up with a whole lot of other music.
Then let me come with you.
Oh, dear. You're like some awful puppy following me around and biting my ankles.
I can't imagine anything more attractive. I say, stay there a minute.
Why?
You look so nice.
Do I? Oh, Franzel, you are sweet. You say the nicest things just when they're wanted. I could almost kiss you.
I don't care for that almost.
Oh, no. You've been kissed.
I've been kissed.
Help me move the table, would you, please? Franzel, the table?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
So unromantic.
Utterly incapacitated by one
You seem to realise what it means.
Well, where's the entertainment bit?
Greta's getting the music.
A couple of musical volunteers, please.
Yes,
Piano
yes,
moving.
yes.
Thank you. Now, all together. Yes? All right. Go! Seems to get heavier every year.
Now, come on, everybody, quickly. Find yourselves a space. Greta's going to sing for us. Now, quickly, everybody, find a seat. Quickly, it's going to begin very soon. So, what's it going to be? A turkey trot?
Oh, no, nothing so modern. It's just one of those little musical comedy numbers that are so popular in England and nowhere else. What's it called?
I don't like Maria, you know that.
What's he going to do?
Just a verse and a chorus. Then I dance. That is, if I can remember the dance. Shall we start, Rudi?
Yes, you must tell me if it's in the correct time, because I'm not very good at this new ragtime. Is that all right?
Every other Sunday afternoon, walking till the summer Sunday moon shines above her. You'll love her, Miss Primrose. See her parasol beneath the trees, dainty as a flower in Japanese, when she walks out with her Pekingese, Miss Primrose. Primrose was a naughty little blossom, and she lived on Primrose Hill, and she always dressed to kill. When she went up west and did her best, Primrose used to come home rather later than the decent all that lost her winter, knowing her daughter ought to be kept a Primrose.
I'm sorry to break up this happy gathering, but we have to make an early start in the morning. Rudi, send all these people to bed.
No, come along, Maria. It's quite right. We do have to be up very early in the morning. 5 a.m. we're going to be called. All off to bed immediately. Come on, everyone. If you've got anything left in the glass, take it with you. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. See you all bright and early in the morning. Good night. Good night.
Rudi, I want to talk to you.
What now?
Yes, alone. It's important.
Well, just give me a few minutes. And when you hear me play this, mind free and come down.
All right.
You know there'll never be another moon like this.
I know. I can see it from my bedroom window.
But I won't be there.
I'm sorry.
Rudi, will you call your puppy away? He's biting my ankles again.
Franzel, Franzel, go to bed, will you, please?
Oh, Lord, I'm always being sent to bed.
Well, it's the right place for children.
Oh, I could give you 10 years.
I wish you would. Go on, go to bed now. I'll sit in the front in the car with you tomorrow.
Oh, Lord, then we're all over the cliff.
Good night.
Good night, Franzel. Good night. Well, how many times has he asked you to marry him?
6 or 7? Afraid I haven't counted.
Oh, sounds as though you don't care for the idea.
I haven't really thought about it.
And do better.
Why?
For all sorts of reasons. For one, Franzel's one of the nicest people in the world.
Oh, I don't think that's enough.
He's also a dear friend of mine.
That's more encouraging.
And he's very much in love with you.
I'm not very much in love with him.
Oh, well, that makes it a little bit more difficult, and you think you never could be?
I think it's very difficult to get mumps when you've already got mumps.
Mumps are what children get.
That doesn't make them any less painful.
Greta, I'm years older than you, and I'm not quite the same person you knew.
You mean you're rich now instead of poor, famous instead of unknown?
Those things are unimportant. There are other things.
Shall we take the other things for granted? I don't think I could bear to hear you talk of other things. Oh, poor Rudi. It's difficult for you, isn't it? It mustn't be. I know all about everything, and I'm going to be extremely sensible. I just want you to do one thing for me. I want you to keep your vow, the one you made to stop me from crying. It's all right. You needn't have any fear about my answer. It's just that I want to be able to say, he did ask me. Of course I refused, but he did ask me.
And I thought you hadn't grown up.
Perhaps I haven't. Perhaps this is my last fling of childishness.
And you really want me to do this?
Yes.
What do you want me to say?
What you would say if you cared.
Oh. If I cared in that way, I'd say, darling Greta, you know everything about me that there is to know. I'm years older than you. I'm dreadfully selfish, incurably ambitious, a supreme egoist, in fact, altogether the last person in the world that you should marry, but in spite of all that, I'm asking, will you?
What was that?
What? I didn't hear anything. I'm waiting.
Oh, poor Rudi. Would it be awful for you if I said yes?
Oh, Greta, you wouldn't, would you?
No. That's the first thing you said that makes me know you're just the same. Oh, Rudi, you won't ever laugh at me about this, will you? And you won't ever tell Maria, even when you're married. You're going to be married, aren't you?
Yes. Yes, we are going to be. And do you know, you're the reason we haven't been. My promise to you has always stopped me.
Then I was important to you.
Important? Don't you realize? You were the first person who ever believed in my music.
I'll always remember that. And when I'm famous, people will say, yes, and you know, she turned down Rudi Kleber. You won't mind if I boast a little, will you? Good night, dear Rudi. I hope I won't disgrace you at the gala tomorrow.
Oh, I don't think that's likely, not after what I've heard tonight. Good night. And God bless you for being so completely understanding.
Grey hairs. I've never noticed them before.
They weren't there 5 minutes ago. Greta, try and be nice to Franzel, will you please?
I shall be angelic to Franzel. I can afford to be now. Rudi, thank you for giving me the first refusal.
Maria? Maria?
I have to announce the next item on the program, the Leap Year Waltz. Rudi has written this specially for Miss Grete Schön and the corps de ballet of the Theatre and the Ville. Miss Grete Schön and the Leap Year Waltz.
Any sign of Maria yet?
No, where's she been all day?
I don't know.
Well, she must be here soon. The song comes immediately after supper.
She hasn't even rehearsed with the orchestra.
Grete, you are one.
Yes, yes, delightful.
Rudi, what's the matter?
It's Maria. We don't know where she is. No one's seen her all day. You were right. She must have overheard last night.
Well, you can explain that in a moment.
If I could find her.
My car. I can't seem to find my way out of this place.
Yes, madam.
Ah, there you are, Maria. You aren't leaving already? We're all looking forward to your song.
I've had a very busy day.
So busy that you couldn't even come to rehearsal.
Oh, so that's what's upsetting you.
No. No, not that. I wanted to explain something to you.
About the song?
No, Maria, I must talk to you alone.
I don't think there's anything you can say to me alone that cannot be said in public.
Maria, what's upset you? Oh, you're just overtired.
No, I'm not tired, Cecile. I have some marvelous news for you. Congratulations, Rudi. I wish you and Grete every happiness. That's my news, Cecile. Rudi has asked Grete to marry him, and she has accepted.
This is a terrible misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding? But you did ask her to marry you.
In a way, yes.
Luckily, or unluckily, I overheard you.
If you'd waited, you would have heard Grete refuse.
Yes, Maria, refuse. Rudi asked me to marry him because he gave me his word that he would, and he kept his word just to please me. And now won't you forget all about it? It was nothing, just a childish joke.
Childish joke. I don't think I'm very good at childish jokes.
Maria, I saw you. That's all it was. I nearly went mad last night wondering where you were. And today, no word from you. You could have trusted me. Oh, don't look so tragic. It's all right now, isn't it?
Rudi, when I ran away from you last night, I ran to where I knew I should find comfort, security, and faithfulness. My whole world has crumbled about me. I've loved you so much.
I tried to explain to you the song I wrote. I asked you to wait. That's what it meant.
Don't, Rudi, please. I married Charles Metterling this morning.
What'd you say?
I married Charles Metterling this morning.
No.
That's what I meant by faithfulness. Security.
Rudi?
She was my whole world. My music, too. And now that doesn't seem to matter.
You've still got that part of her. Nothing can take that away. And you won't let people pity you, will you?
Pity me? No, no. You can hear them all now. You heard about Rudi and Maria? She's left him. What's he going to do now? Poor Rudi. No, no, my God. No, they won't pity me. What's that dirge they're playing?
I didn't write that as a funeral march. I wrote that as a waltz. A happy waltz. Now then, take your time from me. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Spring